Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. For those that do not know me, my name is Nicole Carey, and I am a licensed professional counselor and author in Michigan. And I created this channel to support women who struggle with building confidence and self-esteem. This also can be hindering them from showing up as their authentic self and causing them stress or anxiety. So on the channel, I will be providing videos with tips and tools on how to build confidence and self-esteem. But I will not be providing therapy on my channel. So I just want to be clear that I do not provide therapy on the channel. And so if this is something you are interested in or know someone that will be interested, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be discussing 6 steps to change. And so that's today's topic, just how to implement change. And it's going to be 6 steps that I'm going to go over. So if you are one that has been wanting to change something, sometimes for people they can become just, fearful about change because they just don't even know, like, the process of what all it would entail. They could be afraid that they won't, complete the task of changing whatever it is that they want to change, so they don't even get started. So for some people it may come easy, for others it may not be as easy, and it can be a challenge just to get started with implementing change because you just don't know where to get started, right? So I'm going to go through 6 steps to get you to going and implementing what it is that you want to change. So for step 1, you're going to become clear about what it is that you would like to change. And with that being said, I suggest that you only choose one thing at a time. Like, don't try to take on more than one thing, because if you're trying to make a change, right, and you take on a couple of things that you have said, oh, I want to change this, and then now I want to change that, and so I'm going to do both at the same time, it can be overwhelming. So starting off with one thing that you would like to change and get that going, and hopefully complete it before you take on another task. So that's step 1, being clear on what it is that you would like to change. Step 2 is going to be where you're going to ask yourself, does this change only require me? Meaning, is it only where I will have to do the work? Or is it going to require some outside source for you to receive assistance in completing this change? And that's going to be really important, because there's times when people get stuck in just not knowing what direction to go in because they're unclear. But once you identify if this is solely something that you can do, or if you're going to require or need assistance, then being clear about what that assistance look like, who would you need to contact to get that assistance, so that you can be open to asking for any help that you may need. Okay, so then that's 2. Now, once you've become clear about what it is that you would like to change, and then you are aware of knowing who it involves, meaning is it solely you or would it require some assistance, you move to step 3. Step 3 is going to be where you're going to ask yourself 2 key questions, right? If it's solely you that is required, do I have the ability to change? And am I willing to do the work? And this is just you being honest with yourself, right? So is it in my ability, right? Am I capable? Do I have the ability necessary? And if so, am I willing to do the work? Like, am I going to be dedicated, committed, disciplined in doing whatever it takes for me to make this change? So that's just you being honest with you, okay? Step 3. Step 4, once you're clear on the first 3 steps, right? And I'm going to reiterate the first 3 steps. Identify the change. Determine whether or not it's something that you can do by yourself or you need assistance. Then 3, asking yourself the key question of, are you willing to be committed to do the work? And then you move to step 4, okay? Step 4 is going to be where you're going to take all of what is required, meaning you're going to create a plan, right? This is step 4, where you're going to create a plan of what action steps is needed for you to implement, for you to take, to start for the change to occur, right? So this is you being clear about the plan that you need to create. And sometimes in something that you might want to change, it may not be something that's instant, right? It may require some steps. You want to get clear about what those steps are, and you want to be clear about when you're going to take those steps. So you want to put a time frame around it. And this is just, as if you were setting a goal, because that's what it is, right? You're setting a goal for yourself that you want to change something. And so you're being clear with the action steps that's needed and when you're going to implement the steps and what time frame are you giving yourself for implementing the change, okay? So that is step 4. Just so we're clear, okay? You already know you have the ability because you got that from answering question in step 3, right? So step 3 required you to answer a question to yourself, and you became clear about that answer. And so step 4 is where now you put into a plan of action. And so that's you creating the plan, the necessary steps. What does that look like? What does the time frame look like for you, okay? After step 4, you're going to go into step 5. And step 5, you're going to give yourself grace and accept the person you are currently, right? Because you are who you are right now. So even if you're saying, I'm going to change and I'm going to implement change and this change is going to happen, it still means that right now you're loving yourself through the process. So giving yourself grace, loving yourself through the process. That's step 5, okay? So we're almost at step 6, but I want you to know when you create a plan, right, and it's action steps, sometimes life shows up, right? And we may be definitely like, okay, I'm going to get this done and it's going to be complete by this time frame. But if that does not happen because something interrupts you from getting it completed by the time frame, that's that step 5 of giving yourself grace. Always making sure that you are loving yourself through any process, right? And know that life happens. It doesn't mean that you're not going to complete a task, but it just means that something happened that either put you on pause, but you're going right back to it because you know you got to go and you're going to achieve it. As long as you keep working at it, you will achieve whatever it is that you set out to achieve, okay? So step 6 is going to be, you're going to make sure that you say positive things to yourself. Because remember, what you say to yourself matters. So step 6 is going to be what you say to yourself about yourself. It's going to be very important in making sure that you achieve the goal. And positive self-talk, affirming the steps that you've already completed up until the completion is going to be important. So I think that, you got to know that, yes, action steps is, the plan is the key, right? But then around the plan is other things that have to be implemented to ensure that you stay positive, that you stay motivated and encouraged, depending on what it is that you are wanting to change. Because some things can be more challenging than others. But you do know that you have the ability, because we already went through that in step 3. So you are aware that you have the ability within you to get it done, okay? So that is the 6 steps to change, to implementing change. And I just really like to reiterate that you want to give yourself grace through any process of change, okay? And self-love, because that's going to be really important. And just, enjoy the journey, even if it's something that, it can be challenging, right? Like I said before, but you got to enjoy the journey and the process because it's just a journey of life, and it's something that you want. So it's going to be worth it in the end. So that is today's topic, and I hope that is something that is helpful for you. So as always, I will see you guys, but I want you to like, share, subscribe. Have a good day.